Decoded.
Welcome, curious minds, to another Book Decoded podcast episode. Ever felt like, your leadership toolkit is maybe struggling a bit to keep pace?
Oh, definitely.
We're talking multi-generational teams, the whole whirlwind of AI, and just, complex dynamics everywhere.
It's a lot.
If you're nodding along, you are absolutely in for a treat today. We're diving deep into Tom Preston and Luciana Núñez's really impactful book, Coaching Power.
It's such a timely book.
It really is. It feels like a game changer, redefining what it means to lead effectively in this, incredibly fast-moving world. It offers those skills that aren't just nice to have anymore, but truly indispensable for performance across the board, individual, team, organization.
For outperformance, as they say.
Exactly. So let's unlock some of those powerful insights.
Yeah, and it's fascinating how Preston and Núñez, right off the bat, they address this core shift. The traditional leader, the one who supposedly has all the answers, that model is rapidly becoming obsolete.
Right. It doesn't quite work anymore.
Think about it. AI is making information almost a commodity. So the real value a leader brings now, it's helping others navigate all this change, ask better questions, find their own solutions.
So shifting from answer provider to guide?
Precisely. Coaching isn't just some optional management skill. The book argues it's the bedrock. It's essential for adaptability, emotional intelligence, and building real cultural competence in teams. It's about cultivating wisdom, not just handing out facts.
That's a really critical distinction for leaders today, isn't it? Moving from being the only source of knowledge to empowering discovery in others. So if the leader isn't the sole expert anymore, where does that drive for performance, individual and team performance, where does it really come from now?
Well, Preston and Núñez tackle that directly. They have something they call the performance equation.
Okay.
And it's one of those ideas that really makes you stop and think. They say performance equals capabilities multiplied by, wait for it, attitude squared.
Attitude squared. Wow. Okay, why squared? That feels, incredibly significant.
It absolutely is. It really highlights the exponential impact. Squaring it means it's not just that attitude is important. It means even a small dip in mindset can drastically tank your results.
Oh, wow.
But on the flip side, a strong positive attitude can magnify even average capabilities into something extraordinary.
Can you give an example?
Sure. Imagine a team. Solid skills, right?
Yeah.
But maybe low morale, poor attitude, their performance just craters. Now, same team, same skills, but they have that winning collaborative mindset. They'll likely blow past expectations.
So it's like the difference between, say, a 7 out of 10 capability turning into a 3, or that same 7 turning into a 9 almost instantly.
Exactly. It just underscores that consciously choosing your attitude isn't merely personal preference. It's a profound leadership tool, a lever, really.
Okay, so mindset is everything, or close to it. How do we as leaders then effectively communicate in a way that actually harnesses that amplifies positive attitude in our teams?
Right, because just telling people be positive doesn't work.
No.
The book introduces something brilliant here, the emotional leadership flow. And it really does flip traditional communication totally on its head.
How so?
Well, instead of starting with all the details, the context, the why we're doing this.
Which is what most of us do, right?
Yeah, the standard approach. Great leaders, they argue, start by clearly stating what success looks like, right up front. Crystal clear vision.
Okay, success first. Then what?
Then you outline the necessary attitudes, what mindset do we need? Then you give the context, explain the benefits, personal, team, company, and finally how you'll measure that success.
Ah, I see. So it's a very specific structure.
It is. And this structure, they illustrate it really well. It connects both logic and emotion. It gets people invested on multiple levels.
Like giving the inspiring destination first, then the map, both the emotional map and the practical one.
You got it. It engages the brain and the heart. Much more impactful.
Okay, so you've structured your communication for impact. But then there's making sure it actually lands, that it's truly received and understood. That's where calm listening comes in.
Yes, exactly. Calm listening. It stands for curious, active listening mode.
Curious, active listening mode. Okay.
And it's not just hearing the words. It's about a total mental reset. You clear your own agenda. You quiet that internal voice that's always preparing a rebuttal.
Which is hard to do.
So hard. You do it to truly absorb what the other person is saying and maybe what they're not saying.
The subtext.
Exactly. You pick up on unspoken concerns, deeper insights you'd totally miss otherwise. And then, once you're in that calm, receptive space, The authors introduce trilogy questions.
Trilogy questions.
Okay.
What are those?
Simple but powerful. What, how, and who when. These questions are designed to move things from reflection smoothly into concrete action.
What, how, who, when. And crucially, they suggest avoiding why.
Yes. Avoid why. Think about it. We've all been there. Someone asks, why did you do that?
Instant defensiveness.
Yeah.
Shields up.
Totally. Preston and Núñez show how shifting to something like, what led you to that decision, or how did you approach that, completely changes the dynamic.
It feels less like an interrogation and more like an exploration.
Precisely. It's subtle, but it's like a superpower for fostering genuine, open dialogue without making people defensive.
That's a really powerful, actionable shift. The book also goes deeper, doesn't it? Into personal power, trust, how our own core beliefs influence things.
Oh, massively. Things like whether we fundamentally believe in collaboration versus competition, or see the world through a lens of scarcity versus abundance, or safety versus danger.
These deep-seated beliefs.
Yeah, often formed way back. They profoundly shape our leadership style, the interactions we have, the very culture we create around us.
And they touch on imposter syndrome too, right?
They do, with a really interesting reframe. Instead of seeing it as just inadequacy, they position it as a potential signal of hidden potential.
Hidden potential. How so?
It's like your internal alarm saying, hey, you're stretching, you're stepping outside your comfort zone, which actually is where growth happens. So it can be fuel, not just fear.
That's a much more empowering way to look at it.
Definitely. And underpinning all of this is trust. Building stakeholder trust is just paramount. They offer the TRUST framework for this.
TRUST, let's break that down.
Sure. It stands for transparency, respect, understanding, sustainability, and truth. 5 pillars, providing a really concrete way to think about and actively build those vital connections. Earn that genuine buy-in.
Transparency, respect, understanding, sustainability, truth. Got it. A practical checklist almost.
Kinda, yeah. A guidepost for building strong relationships.
So wrapping this up, what does coaching power really reveal for your leadership journey listening right now?
Well, I think it's an invitation, really.
An invitation
To look inward, examine your own landscape, your attitudes, your beliefs. Then to refine your external impact, how you communicate, how you listen, how you build trust.
And to consciously choose a way of being that empowers not just yourself, but everyone around you.
Exactly. It's about conscious leadership in a complex world.
So maybe the question to leave everyone with is, what single insight from our chat today will you take forward? What one thing will you use to cultivate greater trust or unlock potential in your own dynamic world?
That's a great question to ponder.